welcome to McDonald's. Do you have a code that you're going to be using with us today?
No.
All right, what can I get for you?
Can I get 2 spicy McChickens and a large Sprite, please?
Anything else?
We got Ski Matt back in the freaking cut.
Connected back from the dead.
Let's go!
From the dead, beyond the grave, beyond the grave.
She just came from Lowe's. I'll put the clips. He got his first switchport 9.
Loose but lit.
But you got your switch right 5 too. He's got all switch tricks.
I never spun to the right my whole life because I thought I just didn't do that. My body wasn't made for that, but I guess I can.
Dubbed those for the first time. I'll put those clips here, but
The nose was crazy, bro.
but we on a mission right now. I got a new set of skis. We'll show you in a sec, but we got to put them together. The skis I'll be riding this year, so we got to head to Walmart to get those.
Gotta fix them.
Gotta fix them. We
Do a little doctoring.
Straight to it. Nah, that ain't.
But this is the brand. Gorilla Glue. The viewers, of course JB Weld is fine. Just choose the right one. Like,
Is it not this?
sealant.
Epoxy clear?
Okay, so this is what we want. So see, water resistant, bond strength, sets fast. This is good stuff. Dries clear, incredibly strong. So if I am fixing a ski and I want to like fill in the holes that I mounted to drill into them again, I get this stuff. I fill it with this.
If you're drilling into it again.
Yeah, if you have too many drill holes and you're like, oh, I want to put these bindings on, but they overlap, you just clear out the hole and you just stuff it full of this and let it cure. And this is like wood again. It's so cool. If you don't want this one, just get this one.
If you don't want Gorilla, it's $5. It's $1 less.
It's $1 less. I would do that one and not feel bad about it.
All right.
But I wouldn't do this one. This one's too insane. This one's too much. You know, like that. You don't want that. That's
Why?
just crazy.
Too strong?
Yeah,
Not flexible enough?
that sets up like it's freaking metal, bro. And then, ooh, this wouldn't be bad. That looks like it hits the water a little better. But I'm sure this one doesn't flex the way we need to. That's why I just like this normal epoxy. Epoxy is what it has some flex to it, you know, so it can take a little bit. Yeah. Anyways,
Just like that, everybody.
just like that.
That's what we're riding this year. Freaking hailstorms, bro. Surface 182. Got them from the man himself for $200. So they should give me powers.
What that?
You think they're actually 182 though?
Looks like a good ski though. Looks good to me.
They've been mounted, and we have some damages.
We need to fix this.
This is what we need to fix.
That'll be easy to fix. You gotta fix that guy and this guy, and then see how dry the base is. We gotta hydrate it.
Riding surface, never rode surface.
I mean, you
before.
could ride them like this, but I mean, we might as well make them nice.
Make them nice.
I like nice things.
Made it to the promised land.
I wanna fix this. So we gotta cut this edge off. It's disconnected. If your edge is disconnected, then we're gonna cut it off. Wink. Okay, so that's out. So I'm gonna grind, make sure that I got it all. Oh, there's a little more. So I'm just gonna kind of flatten it out, you know, without hurting the top. I don't want to hurt the top at all.
Top of the ski.
Yeah. You don't need edge up here, so that's the beauty of it. Okay, and then our next decision we gotta make. So I think because this base is so off that we need to cut it off. It's like, it's no point in trying to get this base to sit back down. So I'm gonna come in.
Oh.
And I'm gonna just cut it out. Well, there's a few ways you can do it. You can go epoxy amongst the whole thing for sure. Or we can take some base material and replace it. Yeah, it's really sad that you can't do all this at home. It's as easy, you know? You can,
you
though.
do. You just need the tools, right?
You just need the tools.
Or you just got to know the local ski tech.
Totally. Okay. Like the nose material. Okay, see that's up too. So I want to get rid of that. Some people will like screw it back in, you know, like they'll take a screw and screw it. But I don't want to do that. And it's in kind of a hard spot to do that too. Okay, well now it's sitting back down. I'm gonna take the edge off of this one too. Kind of like taper it down.
Yeah.
So there's less for it to like get caught on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what I don't want is to like have something get underneath there and rip it up, you know, so. Okay, that feels nice. I like that. I want to clean it out real good, so I got this bristle brush. See how I can get all that junk out of there?
Yeah. If you don't have a brush, use your pubes.
If you don't have a brush, use your pubes. Yeah, let's get up there. The other thing I'm gonna do is taper off the base material that's still on. Because if it's just straight up and down, there's less surface area for our new P-Tex to attach to. So see how that creates way more surface area?
Yeah.
See all that? You want it to be as smooth as possible. The smoother it is, the better our base weld
Sticks.
will stick on, you know. Okay, that looks good. It looks like I got a lot to kind of work with. Okay, so we're gonna do this in some tiers, bro. So if we just went ahead and base welded on this, like have base material all the way in all these things here, and it would be really messy and it probably wouldn't adhere to itself very well. What we're gonna do is create like a little layer of epoxy, and we're gonna cover up this edge. I'm gonna just get it real thin here, and I'm gonna kind of fill in the edge here so that when we base weld on top of it, you know, it'll be a smoother thing for the base weld to hook onto, you know?
Okay.
So you just crack this. That's up fast, so we don't have to like. Okay, we're gonna mix. It smells like shit. Now this is not my final fix, you know, like this is just, I'm helping the ski be more waterproof because we've got a compromised area. So I'm just literally just gonna paint this on so more moisture doesn't get in, because it's gonna be hard to get. Well, I guess I know people that have gone and just put epoxy in and that's it, you know, that's all they did was
Like just epoxy the hole.
Yeah, which, you know, I mean, there's a million ways to do this, I would say. But this way makes the most sense to me. I'm gonna make sure I get all my excess off. There's none on the base. See how it's just seeping into like all those nooks and crannies real nice? Just seeping in. It's really getting in there. So you can see how that would have been really hard for the base weld to like hang on to that, you know? I'm just painting it in. I'm a painter. And then I also want to make sure I hit like the crack down there so that if it is kind of like separated a little farther down here, I get some of that in there. Get the excess off. I don't want a huge pool in there. I still need like a little bit of room to work with, you know. I still need a hole so that I can base weld into it. Okay, so the difference between P-Tex and base weld is P-Tex is just the actual P-Tex material. It burns, you light it on fire. You literally just light it and you drip it in and you scrape it off. So this burns really inconsistently, and a lot of the times burn too hot and start to bubble. That hurts the quality of your drip. You want a nice drip. So you can just fill in these little scratches. P-Tex is for little itty bitty scratches. It's like, see this drip here? That's what I want. I want it to kind of stay glossy like that and then to cool down really quick. If it's bubbling or whatever, it's too hot. And I can just run this over any little itty bitty scratch and that P-Tex is gonna fill it up. Now, if I have something like this, the P-Tex is not gonna do good in that. This one has the fibers here so that it can flex a little bit. This one doesn't flex. If you P-Tex a big something like that, the P-Tex will crack. It'll crack and fall out. So this has two things: the elasticity to like flex in that big space and not fall out, and then it also burns at a super consistent temperature because I set it at 240, you know, so I know I'm getting the right temperature so that it's gonna adhere to the base, because we're gonna base weld all three of these. So I'm gonna clean it up. Any base that's not connected, I'm gonna get rid of it. I like to do a little bevel, more surface area for the base weld to hang on to. So anything that's not connected, nice and smooth. The smoother, the better. I just want it to be smooth. It's looking pretty good. He stomped on a ton of rocks, bro. He's a rock stomper. Okay, so that's a good prep there. And then do the same thing here. Okay, that's pretty good. I know. So at this point, when you have this many scrapes, it really would be nice to get to the, you know, the tune shop and to have them run it over. You know, they'll do these base welds and everything, and then they'll run it over a base grinder, and then they'll run it over a P-Tex roller, which will fill all these little things, and then they'll base grind it again. And that will really give you like a brand new base. Like, this could definitely use that. But that's pretty expensive, and you definitely can't do that at your house. In order for two things to bind together, they both need to be similar temperatures. And so what we need to do
Just heat the ski up.
heat the ski up a little bit. So you can do it a number of ways. Careful not to burn your ski, because you can. You know, like I just do it like that. Or if you have a torch, you know, that's nice too. So I just give it a little heat. See how it kind of gets glossy? That's looking good. So it's super consistent temperature, right? So I'm gonna clean it off. All right, that's what we want. See that nice gooey stuff? That's what we want. Clean it up real good. Okay, there's a little metal press right there. Grab that press. It's for base welding. So I'm gonna hold it real close. Basically, you just flip it on, press it a little in front, and then I'm just kind of rolling it back real slow so that it feels really good. Turn it off. And then I'm gonna press it in like this. Just roll it across. It's gonna get air bubbles out. It's gonna help it adhere. Oh yeah. So you see we overdid it. That's totally exactly what I wanted. So let that cool down. We want it to cool down completely.
Wait, why do you want to overdo it?
Well, overdo it because you're gonna just scrape off the excess, you know? Okay. So hopefully we've done everything right, and our spots are gonna adhere, and then we just need that to cool down all the way. Like I'm feeling it right now. That's hot. Ooh, that's hot. You know, like it's too hot. Yeah, see how it's kind of overfilling like that? That's so perfect. That's exactly what I want. This also helps it cool down because this absorbs heat real nice.
Hopefully you have all these tools at home.
Hopefully you just got these laying around.
That's not dry. That is not dry. So we wait for it to dry.
We wait for it to dry. When you've P-Texed on these itty bitty scratches, basically just being really careful because the razor blade's sharp, right? And you can scrape the base itself. I go like I don't know, what's that, like a 50, 60 degree angle, like somewhere around there. And I just scrape it down. Let these cool. A nice one like this, that's a little thicker. Got some integrity to it. It seems to be pretty cool now. If I scrape it and it kind of has that texture to it and it's not smooth, then it's still too warm. It's still too warm, you gotta wait. Like I wanna scrape it and have it be like smooth like this here. Like that's nice because it's nice and smooth, but up here it's nice and rough, and so it means it's still too hot. But I can feel it. The base weld sets up super stiff, right? Way harder to scrape off than the P-Tex. So see that texture? I don't want that. I don't want that. So I know that one's too hot. I need to let it cool down even more.
Your goal is basically just to get this.
I'm scraping all the excess off until we're flush with the ski. But you can see here, like we're down to base here, and that's really nice. Like I actually just filled in everything. So this is where the base grinder, you know, you just send it through the machine and it does all this for you. Basically, I just scrape until I see the outline of what we filled again, you know? But yeah, pretty chill now. If the bevel is too, you know how we beveled?
Yeah.
If the bevel is too, like flat, you know? And sometimes you get some thin areas like that. Like I should have been at more of like a 45. But oh well. This is like the cheat code.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go. See how now that outline is coming out? That's kind of what I'm waiting for. Oh yeah. Okay, that'll stay in just fine. The other one's staying just fine. So the reason the edge looks like that there, it just got too thin right there. So just my bevel was too shallow. I needed it to be steeper. They glop up on the machine. And then I'm really gonna just like put a big glop. Get it good one time. And then we just let that thing chill.
Let that thing cool, baby. That looks good.
So obviously it's not gonna attach to the edge.
Right.
No.
Whoa. Is that not staying?
It's not staying down. So the way to do it this way, actually just mix a little more epoxy, toss it under there, clamp it down, and then it's all gonna just kind of adhere to itself, you know? I'm just gonna fill it back up with epoxy. And then we're just gonna clamp it down, get a nice squeeze. That's what we want. And then we take our guy, we take some metal, guys, push it right over like this. Make sure we're right on.
We'll be back in the morning once that dries.
Just let it get a good night's sleep. It just needs a good night's sleep. Good morning.
Good morning.
The next day.
The next day.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
That's in there. That's
In there.
like swimwear, baby.
Bro, that's a good press we got. Look at that. That's really nice. Now we just got to get the extra off. Yeah, this set up really nicely, actually. Like that's kind of hard to cut. Yeah, that's really nice. See, the good thing about this Gorilla stuff is it's so flexible. So it can take like a little bit of impact, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that looks pretty good to me on the front end. Now there's just base, bro. We put it back together.
Dr. Kendall. Ski dock.
Wow, look at that, bro. So now the next step would be to do, if we had a base grinder, we'd base grind them and put some new structure in, and then we'd wax them, and then they'd be like new.
Oh yeah.
Now we're ready to slide
Now we're ready to
without
slide.
getting waterlogged.
Look at that.
It's great.
Now I just gotta decide what
Gotta wax them now. Off. Ski mat connected.
Yeah, yeet. We'll catch you in the next epi.
Next epi.